And we are live. What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome to your weekly energy report. The week of April 19th to the 25th, I believe. But I don't really count by the Gregorian calendar. I count more by the astrological calendar. So that's why I have to search inside my brain to find that place. But anyways, how you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well too. Hello, Lizmar. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are here to talk about this week's energies, and pretty much every week this week is going to be a banger. This is just an intention here. This is just how these times are going. But it's interesting to see. Oh man, where did my I'm missing my software here. Shit, I'm sorry. Hold on one second, guys. I need to bring up. No. Technology has been having its way with me lately. It's kind of ridiculous. Maybe I've been having my way with technology. Who knows? It's a very submissive, dominant kind of relationship. Let's see here. All right. Where is my apps? There we go. Astro goals. Oh, it had to reset. Maybe later. Okay. Thank you very much for showing up, for tuning in, for coming on. How y'all doing out there? We are in Taurus season. Happy birthday to all my Tauruses out there. So this energy is going to be very we had a stellium in Aries, right? Well, it's kind of been going like this for a while now. We had stellium in Aquarius. Well, we had before that we had stellium in Capricorn, then Aquarius, right? Then it kind of skipped Pisces and went into Aries. Now we're coming in, and the stellium in Aries was the real new beginning. It's real boom, fuck, okay, let's go, let's make it work, let's get out there, let's make it happen. And now we're coming into a stellium in Taurus. Now, this is going to be interesting because of the Saturn-Uranus square. Now, back in January, I believe, it was around January, when we had all the energies coming from Capricorn to Aquarius, and we had the stellium in Aquarius, right? So, what's up, Ruby? So we had that stuff going on in Aquarius, and all these energies were squaring Uranus on Saturn. All right. This is where the control dynamics are being brought into our face, shoved into our face, and being identified, and really seeing, where we get in our own way, how we're being too stubborn, all this stuff. You guys have been noticing that kind of stuff coming up. So for the last few months, we've been looking at how we want to shift and move our stuff around, change our foundations, what we want our next step to be like, or what we want our next chapter to look like. Okay. Now we're coming into the other side of the Saturn-Uranus square. So this is going to bring in, what's up, Crystal? This is going to bring in the opposite energy of that. All right. So what does Uranus represent? Uranus is about Uranus's nickname is the Great Awakener, right? So the Great Awakener means boom, epiphanies, boom, growth, boom, time to move forward. Now we have this idea of restructuring our foundation, of taking all this stuff into account, of making all these changes. Now it's like boom, 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 boom. This week is going to be like boom, 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 boom. It's going to be unexpected. It's probably going to happen in ways you don't really anticipate or understand or realize. So it's important to not try to control it, because whatever it is that we've been, playing with to move through into the next chapter, it is now coming from our mind, from our idea, from the intellectual into the physical world. That's the process of the Saturn to Uranus. Now, of course, remember, this square is basically going on all year. It's not exact right now, but I think that this is actually going to be stronger than any of the exact squares that we're going to have, right? Because we're going to be having, this week, let's see here. We're going to be having, let's see, Venus, the Sun, Mercury, and Black Moon Lilith. Venus and Black Moon Lilith. Yeah. Uranus, Black Moon Lilith, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun, all in Taurus. And it's all going to be squaring Saturn. So exciting. It depends on what your relationship with this Taurian energy is. So what does Taurus represent? Taurus, on one hand, okay, of course, there's a coin, has two sides. One side, positive side, it's about beauty. It's about the things that we feel that we like. It's about our ethics and morals and stepping into, like, you know, being our badass bougie self, right? The things that we want to feel, the things that we want to see, the things that we want to experience, things that we want to play with, right? Yo, Sugar Milk, what up, homie? Flip side of that is stubbornness, being like not like closed-minded, being like, no, fuck you, this is my answer and this is how it's gonna go, right? Oh boy, Taurus, Gemini cusp, you must be a handful. And with all these energies that are basically speaking to Uranus like, hey, you guys want to do things normal? Fuck you. Whatever you think we're gonna do, it's not gonna be that. And then the other plans are gonna just be like, okay, what do we do here? Because Uranus tells control to go fuck itself. You know, Uranus and Saturn, they're not really getting along, even though they're family. They're a very dysfunctional family, right? So we're gonna want to, and so with Venus here, like I have Venus conjunct Uranus in my birth chart, all right, on the cusp of my 7th and 8th house. So I understand this, you know, pretty well from life experience. It's that impulsive, hey, let's go, you know, do something crazy and, you know, change our lives together. And then a month later, you're like, yeah, that wasn't the greatest idea. We didn't really think it all the way through. We just kind of jumped on our impulses. No more jumping on your impulses. Okay? And it's in Scorpio, of course, and which is opposite. So actually, this is actually the full moon, and right around the time the full moon in Scorpio, all these energies are going to be exactly opposed to my natal Uranus and Venus. How exciting! So, and we also have Chiron now at 10 degrees. Okay, we have Neptune is also at 22 degrees. So they moved into this new place where, you know, now we're digging deeper into our consciousness and we're having deeper levels of vulnerability, but also awareness. So don't be surprised if weird shit's coming up. You're like, what am I feeling? What's going on? I don't understand this. You know, now this can be good so Chiron, I don't see Chiron as a bad thing. Chiron is that part of us where we have, it's that superhero within us all, right? The one that's just been hurt, beat down, fucked over, trashed, you know, the one that holds the shame, the guilt, the pain, the insecurity, the jealousy, the fear, blah, 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 blah. All the parts of us that we don't want to admit to ourselves that we're feeling that way, that's what Chiron is. And as Chiron evolves and grow and goes in these higher degrees, it's just bringing this deeper or abundant layer of this vulnerable part of ourselves that we don't want to look at. But, you know, if we learn to accept that, just like watching, you know, like a superhero movie, right? When a superhero awakens, this is why I actually personally love superhero movies, right? Because when the superhero awakens, you know, they freak out, they're going crazy, they feel like, oh, nobody's going to understand me, nobody gets this, but somehow you draw and attract, like, you know, a mentor or someone's going to guide you. And then, holy shit, it seems like the universe just starts to bring you people and places and things that just make things fucking work out. And over time, you start to believe it. And when you believe in that, you start to believe in yourself, because you are part. We are fractals of God, right? We are part of the universe, and we are connected, through our consciousness, the universe. So, this is where, like at least like the forward thrust. I was going to say flush and thrust at the same time. Flushed. The forward flush of momentum from that cardinal energy in Aries is going to simmer down now, which is going to be nice, because sometimes it's a little bit much. It makes it like a little bit complicated, or a little bit too much uppity. And this is going to ground us very well, especially with Venus and Taurus. Venus and Taurus is an excellent position. Now, Venus and Taurus conjunct Uranus is definitely, and actually today it's only 2 degrees away. So unexpected epiphanies, aha moments, feelings, experiences, like, wow, what the hell's going on, right? This is where it's going to be a good idea to don't make any big plans. Don't do anything impulsive right around now, right? Just make up an ascension word. It's the ascension vocab. Hey, exactly, right? Flush. Yeah, I'm gonna make up some shit. You watch. I got you. So let's go through these independently, because actually I think it's really interesting to see how this is all flowing. And throughout the week, well, let's see. Venus will be exactly conjunct Uranus on, let's see, April 22nd. And then Venus will be exactly square to Saturn, because Saturn is at 12 degrees. Uranus is still at 10 degrees. All right. So on the 24th, we have Venus exactly square to Saturn. And then Mercury is moving 2 degrees a day, right? Dumpster Funk, the end of ego. That should be made a song, 100%. Yeah, so Mercury is going to be sitting around here literally on the 24th, and we're going to be feeling this all day, but it's going to be super heightened on this particular day, on the 24th. Very big day. We have Uranus at 10 degrees, Mercury at 11 degrees, Venus at 12 degrees, with Saturn at 12 degrees, almost in the 13 degrees, getting up there, right? So let's go through these one at a time. All right, Saturn square to Venus. Saturn square to Venus is getting a massive reality check about relationships. All right, in fact, this is very relationship heavy or relationship intense energy, meaning that this is like asking ourselves, what do we really want? Are my values lining up with my partner's values? Are my ethics and morals, like, are we on the same page? Do we want the same things? Do we want to work together or not? Or like, am I kidding myself? Am I acting from a place of shame? Do I have things that are coming up that I need to look at? And then of course with Mercury there, this is difficult, honest communication, right? About love, about relationship. This is the very, very intense, heavy relationship energy, guys. And really looking deeply at what we want, who we are, and where we want to go. We're seeing like, fuck, man, I want to break free from these, like if you're feeling like trapped or suppressed or just held down in some kind of way in your life, right? Like, I sacrificed myself in this way for this long because of this. Like, say, for example, I don't know, you chose to be in a relationship that wasn't really passionate and satisfying, but it created safety and security because your significant other makes money and they take care of the kids, and you have a good structure in your life. Everything's going good, and yay, everything's happy. But now, like, the mundaneness has set in. It's been about 3 or 4 years, and now it's like, man, life just feels blah. What the fuck? I don't feel alive anymore. My passion for life feels dead. This energy is gonna rip you the fuck out of that energy and be like, it's time to live again. So let's step into let's be brutally fucking honest with ourselves. Hey, look, say we have a partner. Hi, partner. Look, I need to let you know something. I feel like we need to make some changes. This is how I feel. And then your partner might be like, where the fuck is this coming from? And then you're like, you know what? I've been feeling this for a long time, but I haven't acknowledged it within myself. This is about acknowledging the feelings within ourselves. And then speaking it, we have to move that energy from, like, that root chakra is that safety, security, grounding feeling. Hence the example that I was giving, right? Like, a lot of people, a lot of us, we want to be in a situation where we feel safe and secure in life, right? But let's face it, in this world, there's nothing that's really fucking safe. It's kind of an illusion. All right. The only safety that we really truly can have is within ourselves. When we feel like we're at home in our body, when we feel like we are being authentic with ourselves and following our true path, right? When the heart and the mind are in alignment, that's when you feel like life is flowing. When the heart and mind are not in alignment, you still got some shit to work out in there. And I mean, let's be honest, like during this lifetime, we're always working through something, right? It's all about healing and growing and learning. Some people choose to just stuff it down, but eventually that shit's gonna come up. And this week, out of all weeks, good chance it's gonna come up. All right, especially with the layering of the Great Conjunction just 4 months ago, which is the beginning of this 20-year, which is the beginning of this like new 20-year cycle. There's a lot of new cycles being started. The universe is just like really barraging in there, like, is this what you really want? Is this what you really want? Is this what you really, 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 really want? You got to be sure. We need to make double, triple, quadruple, quintuple sure. And you may be questioning yourself. You may be like got a little like, oh shit, am I sure? I don't know. And that's why you should get a reading from me, because I'll help you know, make sure. I got you. So with all these energy, and we have a grand air trine. All right, which is beautiful and great, because a grand air trine means that we're able to cerebrally process all this tense kind of energy. And so, look, this week, expect the unexpected. Faux show. All right, spit that fire. I like the way you spelled fire. I'm going to start spelling it that way, because I'm a rebel. A rebel without a cause. Now, I don't know if I'm sure or what I'm sure of. Well, that is exactly the indecision process of fear. So, I have been experiencing this a lot in the last few months too. Look, if you're in that place of indecision, I mean, like, I don't know what the right direction to go to is. Here's how fear speaks. Fear speaks to you through emotion, through impulse, through that loud need to just jump out of your body, the need to move. Right? Truth, your heart is calm. It's quiet. It's patient. So if you really want to know what your heart's trying to tell you, or maybe you don't trust your heart. Maybe you don't want to listen to your heart because you're relying on this. You're relying on this suffering or this like low vibration to make you feel good about yourself. And this is where, like, all these deep, real, and intense truths are going to come out, and it's our job to communicate with ourselves clearly. Now, we also have to look at our habits. So if you're used to seeking validation, right? You're confused, you're not sure, so you have to go talk to people to get their opinion. If you're doing that in and of itself, that is fear, okay? And that is you not trusting your heart. You go talk to someone and you're telling it from the subjective emotion that you're feeling in the prism of that emotional place. That's going to set a precedence for what the other person is going to hear and feel. It's not the truth. It's your subjective perspective, which is your truth at that time. And it may be true to you for now, but that's true to your subjective emotion. That's not the truth. The truth is typically is objective, and it's typically a combination of the three different sides, right? So this is why it's so important to be present. We have to be still and be present with our emotions and be present with our being, right? So that we can have a clear understanding of what our truth really is. And sometimes that truth don't come quick. Sometimes it's a really tough pill to swallow. Sometimes the pill gets stuck in your throat. You know, sometimes you try to swallow it, you got to pick it back up and swallow it again and pick it back up. You know, like we all have the things that we struggle with. All right. Uranus is going to make that shit come out, though. It's making it come out, especially with Mercury there. And Mercury in Taurus is real. It's grounded. It's stubborn. It's like, here you go. This is what it is. And with Venus there too, this is going to mesh in with your values, with your morals, with what you really what like that feeling. It's just, these feelings are just going to come up. You're going to be like, whoa, okay, I am feeling this. I don't know what this means, but I really need to explore this because this feeling ain't going away. Whatever feelings aren't going away, that's what you have to accept and address. I've learned a lot. Like, we're all learning about this right now, guys. You know, like I am too. So, you know, if you're having a hard time, if you're struggling, I'm telling you, get a reading with me. I will give you clarity. That's kind of what I do, right? So coming into next week, you know, we're approaching the full moon, Scorpio, which is going to be a very intense. It's a super full moon, and Scorpio, of course, is deep. And all these energies lately, guys, are super deep. Not to mention that Pluto is about to go retrograde. Pluto's going to be going retrograde on the 26th/27th, depending on where you're on the world. All right, but when Pluto goes to station, that is where the energy is the strongest. When the energy is the strongest, that's when it's the deepest. That's when it's so the universe just saying, "Hey, look, it's time to dig." And I know you guys are probably saying like, "Bro, I've been digging all year. It's been a nonstop excavation. How the fuck more can I dig?" Look, we're shifting paradigms, guys. We're clearing lifetimes of shit. We're clearing so much ancestral trauma, right? So but you also know that, like, you can't stop. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving. You can't just go back. You can't just give up. It's like, fuck, now I'm in the middle of it. I can't just stop now. And it's our duty to ourselves. And it's our duty to humanity to make it through this, because, you know, as we work on ourselves, as we do this inner healing, we're healing the world, guys. We're healing the fucking world. So make it happen. Now, coming into next week, we're still having Black Moon Lilith there hanging around in Taurus, and now it's going to be retrograde and conjuncting Mercury and Venus, exactly, and it's still pretty close to Uranus. So I'm feeling like our sexual prowess, our sexual energy is almost like in a centrifuge. It's getting a deep cleaning, or we're becoming deeply aware, because sexual energy is our Kundalini energy, which is also our life force. And in order to ascend, we have to have control of our sexual energy. Now, of course, Uranus is all about, Uranus represents Kundalini activation, right? Saturn represents control. Now, Kundalini activation is not really controllable per se. Here's how we do it. All right, I'll give you guys a little insider tip here. Because the way Kundalini energy works, you have to let go and surrender in order for it to flourish and to move through you and do its thing, right? What we do is we surrender in the right time to allow it to go through us. We have to learn to have a dance with the control of grounding and the foundation, and then knowing the right time to let go, to open up, to allow the energy to move through us. What happens is, though, we get caught up in these control dynamics where we're controlling and it's going good and things are moving along, and then things start to change, and then we're like, fuck, we're losing control. Oh my God, we got to keep control. And that's the trap between Saturn and Uranus. And that's what we're all experiencing this year, right? Learning how to flow with the letting go, allowing it to flow, then gaining control and having a new layer of a solid foundation. It's almost like rock climbing, or I don't know, something where you're climbing, but you know, like each step you have to prepare your next step, right? It's all little details that are going into it. All right. Now the sun's not going to conjunct Uranus until next week, so we'll talk about that then. But Venus and Mercury real now. Now Mercury conjunct Uranus, brilliant ideas, right? Absolutely brilliant ideas. Like, so write that shit down, or dreams too. Like if you're having any crazy dreams, they could be prophetic. Write that shit down, right? Venus conjunct Uranus is crazy, like wanting to elope, like meeting someone and just falling head over heels in love. It could be really what this is doing is it's showing the deepest part of the foundation of Cowabunga. Fuck yeah. Cowabunga. Man, now I want to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. Uranus conjunct Venus is going to show us, like it's going to get us to feel the very foundation of our relationships. And if the foundation of that relationship is not solid and rooted in a healthy foundation, it's going to expose whatever is not healthy. All right. And we have a choice, especially with Venus there. What are we going to do about it? Are we going to communicate, be honest? And is there a way to preserve it? Is there a way to keep going with it? Is this healthy or is this not healthy? Because we look, at the end of the day, we have to do what's best for us. If we are sacrificing ourselves for other people, we're doing everybody a disservice, including ourselves. We have to love ourselves first. And when we love ourselves first, we vibrate, we match the vibration with whoever else is in our life, and we magnetize, you know, and the more we love ourselves, the more love we draw in around us. And what does love also draw in, baby? Abundance. It's always a choice. Fuck yeah, Crystal. So we want abundance. Now, not saying that abundance is necessarily money per se. So I want to elope. Uranus and Venus together, not a smart idea to elope anytime soon. Very, very bad idea. That caused a lot of problems. So, you know, this is where we need to be really honest. But this could be a great breakthrough week. This is where like insights, epiphanies, holy shit. Okay, this is coming in. This also, Taurus is our relationship to money, right? Rules the second house. Second house is about the money we make based on our self-confidence, our values, our ethics, our sense of like, are we passionate and in love with what we're doing in life? Where can we improve? What do we need to change? What do we need to let go of? How do we maneuver and navigate through this process in order to create the life that we want to create? All right. And of course, Chiron here is also giving us an opportunity to dig into a deeper level of compassion for ourselves and compassion for humanity. Like, Chiron in Aries is the great question of who am I? And I think we're all asking ourselves that right now, because let's face it, like we are all seekers. There are so many seekers out there that are looking to and asking for, you know, how can I do it better? How can I be better? How can I be a part of making the world a better place, right? Because nobody wants to live in the shithole where, you know, everybody's just afraid and dying. Like, we don't want that. We are the ones that are changing the world. In order to do that, we have to shift within. We have to face what's up within, right? And you guys know, dude, like I'm all about just like going, I'm a little like aggressive about going into what I want to create and what I want to do. But I'm all about like, let's fucking do the work. Like, who wants to do the work with me? Come on, let's go. And whoever is motivated to shift and to change, to move through it, right? You know, let's make it happen. All right. That's why I work with ayahuasca. That's why I'm going to be working with a new medicine called Iboga next month. Not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about that one, but you know, because you can die from it. But you know, I ain't gonna die. But at the same time, it's my time, right? So, you know, I like to go head first into these things to experience them, so I can bring these lessons that I learn to you guys, and to learn. The more deeply I know myself, the more deeply I know humanity, right? And this is what we should all, in our own way, I'm not saying that you guys should be doing the same shit I'm doing, but in our own way, we should be striving to move through. No, the frog one is combo, and we also have bufo as well. That's the toad and the frog. Yeah, Crystal, I will let you know all about it. No, the frog is combo, and then the toad is bufo. Those are two different medicines. I'm a combo practitioner, and I also work with bufo as well. Iboga is a bark that comes from Africa, right? Yes, I have fans proposing, apparently. So Iboga is a bark that comes from Africa. It's sort of like the masculine version of ayahuasca, right? But it is, but there's a, the masculine form is very dominant, and I think I've heard the trip can last up to 72 hours. So you literally be up tripping your brains out for 72 hours, journeying into yourself, all your traumas. It's very, very good for addiction. It's very good for it. Supposedly it can clear out herpes, AIDS, any autoimmune disease, candida, heavy metal detox, parasite detox, you name it. It can help with Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, really, I mean, just about everything, right? My ex used to do that, Iboga. It's a big purging medicine. Be ready to purge from both ends. Yep, I am ready. I am. Let's go. I'm all about getting that gold star, baby. Hey, because you know what? It's better out than in. And I want to be clean and young and fresh and healthy as possible. So I do all these biohacking things. You know, that's my moon in Aquarius. I like it. I'm a big science experiment. And you know what? I think I'm doing a pretty damn good fucking job because it has taught me a lot, right? Herpes, gonorrhea, right? So, yeah, I'm going to be the healthiest dude on the planet. Really. I've done stem cells, exosomes, ayahuasca combo. I've done every medicine that can possibly be done. And I'm going to keep going because I like to be my best self. I like to bring my best self to you guys. And this is how I've created my own healing process, my own practice, if you will, right? Because it is a practice. We are all practicing to integrate everything together. And I'm always looking to evolve and to grow. So I'm going to bring that shit to you guys and let you know what's up. All right. So we have Jupiter almost. Have I tried shrooms? Most definitely. Yes, I have. All right. Pluto is actually, when it goes retrograde, it's almost at 27 degrees. And you know, 27 degrees is right where we had it when during 1776. So it's not going to technically hit 27 degrees until 2022. And it'll stay there around there till about 2020, I think the beginning of 2024. So guys, this is like revolution between that and Uranus being there. Look, the last time Uranus was at 14 degrees, that is when Hitler was doing all this shit out there in Europe. All right. And with everything, all the direction where everything's going, all right, we have to be prepared and ready. So it's so important to do this work. We have to have our shit right and ready, because this next few years is going to be a lot of change and a lot of shit's going to be going down, right? So we can utilize this. There is a massive amount of fixed energy. We have seven planets in fixed energy. Oh, I forgot to mention Mars. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Mars. My bad, Mars. It's okay. I'm going to talk about you now. All right. Mars on the 23rd will be going into Cancer. Now, Mars going from Gemini to Cancer, my opinion, is probably going to be a good thing, because Mars in Gemini is super cerebral, and already with all the shit going on in Aquarius, we're pretty cerebraled out, right? Mars moving into Cancer is more emotional. Now, this could mean that we're going to be a bit like emotionally defensive, or maybe passive aggressive, or feeling like, fuck, I need to figure these emotions out, right? I want to see your chart before I support or vote against this man. Jackie, good looking out. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are a riot. Yeah, so Mars in Cancer. We're going to have Mars in Cancer, I believe, to the middle of June. So this is going to be here for a while. All right. And this is, of course, Kelly, what's up, dude? Show me a birth chart. I love language. Yeah. I think I think a birth chart could be a love language. They need to write an extended version of the love language book to include all this new shit, right? Awesome. Yeah. So Mars in Cancer is Cancer also rules the home and family, right? So this is where we're gonna be like, all right, this is what I want my house to look like. This is where I want to live. This is where I want to go. This is all digging within, right? It's interesting. Mars is gonna be in Cancer when I'm doing this Iboga thing. It's gonna be, digging within, going within my consciousness, going deep down into understanding my ancestors, right? Clearing out all this shit. All right. Wow. All right. Spirit of the dance. You're really stepping up to this shit. Oh, I admire that. I admire that. Good work. Okay. Now, okay. So this week gonna be big for breakdowns, breakthroughs, things shifting, getting clarity and understanding on whatever it is that we have going on that we may be tussling about, right? Trying to speak British here without a fucking Italian Boston accent. That don't work so well. But I feel like things are gonna be lightening up a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you very much. We still have the Jupiter-Mars trine going on, which is huge. And then, of course, on the 24th, we're also going to have another grand air trine between Saturn, the North Node, and the Moon. So a lot of cerebral, who does charts? I do. I do charts. You let me know. You come see me. I got you. Oh, yay. Thank you, DMT Vegas. Come get a reading from me. Steve, what up, bro? It's interesting. I was just noticing the part of fortune is also now the part of fortune. I don't normally bring it up because it's a location in transits. In the transits, it doesn't really mean a whole lot, but it is kind of hovering around Jupiter. So part of fortune hovering around Jupiter with its trine to Mars. Guys, this is incredible for breakthroughs, okay? Now, also with Neptune, the moon's going to oppose Neptune here on the 23rd. Cerebral activation with intuitive, energetic activation at the same time. This is why this is deep work. So if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling like, holy fuck, this is a lot, like a lot of things are going to be going through you. And a lot of times, especially with this Saturn square energy, we're trying to figure it out. It's like there's so much moving through us. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to handle it. It's too much, right? Spirit of the dance. Damn right. This is where sitting still and being still. Like I really learned this a lot when I sit with ayahuasca. So sitting still and allowing the energy and the things to just move through you. It's such a liberating feeling because you trust that the answers are going to come. You don't need to figure it out. That's the ego's survival needing to structure it all or control it all or putting it all into a box, right? But Uranus wants us to be able to be free of that need to control and to understand everything. It's like, look, you just need to trust, open your heart, let it be what it is. It's going to come to you when it comes to you. Stop trying to be ahead of it all the time. We don't need to be ahead of it all the time, right? We just need to be in alignment with the energy. And when we are in alignment, then things go smoothly. Now, we technically have three different levels of guidance, right? We have our gut, which is our intuition. We have our heart, which is our love and our compassion. And we have our mind, which is our cerebral capacity. If you get into it, it's also our third eye, and the intuitive insights we get, but they all work together, right? So what I like to do is check in with each. Actually, my friend Chris taught me this. So thank you, Chris. I like to check in, like I'll just close my eyes, take some deep breaths. I'll probably be laying on my sound lounge and I check in my gut, see how my gut feels. Does it feel tight? Does it feel open? Can I relax it? Or is there does it feel like there's like nothingness there? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel free, right? You have to feel into the energy of it. Now, so you ask yourself a question, you know, should I do this? Go down there, and if it's heavy or constricted or low or blah, then that's no. If it's light and it's, hey, look at me, I'm here. If it's high, if it's happy, if it makes you feel good or just expanded, then that's a yes. Then you go to your heart. Okay. Now, depending on what's going on in your heart, I know for me, when I'm going through a lot of change, my heart opens and it's fucking painful. Like the pain that happens when it's crazy, because when your heart opens, it cracks open, right? It breaks. And the heart break open can feel similar to a heart attack. It can feel like a weight, like a pressure, you know, sitting right here. You can just feel like, oof, tired, like, holy shit, right? Body scans, yeah, exactly. But check in with your heart, see how it feels. Now, sometimes I have to wait to connect with my heart until after I check with my gut and my mind, right? Because, you know, sometimes it's not totally clear, but basically 2 out of 3 wins. So because I know right now is a time where there's a lot of deep deliberation going on. And because there's deep deliberation happening, there's fear there. There's always going to be fear there. It's all about learning the fear and understanding how to work with it and dance with it, not trying to stuff it down, not trying to control it, not trying to be ahead of it, but allowing it to teach us. But in order to allow it to teach us, we have to feel it, and that feeling can suck sometimes. So embrace the suck in this situation. All right. It's a process. It's a process. So after you check in with your heart, you know, can you ask the kitty too? Well, look, if you're leading with your kitty or your cock, probably not the greatest idea. And that's something you just got to get self-control over, right? Because that's just going to bring you trouble every time. All right. We have to guide that sexual energy and not let it control us. Right. That's like the mind controlling the heart as opposed to the heart controlling. The heart doesn't control anything. The heart just opens, right? And then it just gives information, right? My partner said he didn't want to have sex anymore, but when I checked in with the kitty, she said otherwise. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, your kitty is manipulating you, I think, a little bit. Just saying. You should watch those manipulation techniques on yourself. That's another way that we sabotage ourselves, through manipulation. Now, your anus is going to put that in check, right? What do I think about tapping? I tried tapping when I was getting out of the military. I didn't like it. I didn't resonate with it. It kind of seemed ridiculous to me. But you know, like she can do what she wants. Yes, she most definitely can, and she will, and she does. But tapping to me, it just I'm not a big fan. I've tried. If there's a technique out there, most likely I've tried it. I'm not a big fan of like muscle testing either. Like, yes, no, like I think that's kind of bullshit. Just my personal opinion, and I've gone to courses for it and classes, and it just doesn't resonate with me. I tune in and I feel it, and what feels right, and what doesn't feel right, then you know it doesn't, right? Your kitty is a stubborn prude. Oh well, why is that? So that word prude right there is very constrictive, right? So why are you constricting yourself? That's constricting your sexual energy and being too open and out there with your sexual energy. They're both opposite sides of the pendulum. That's dysfunctional, right? I love you guys, right? But if tapping works for you, more power to you. Make it happen, do it up, and you know I honor that, right? Everybody has their own way of doing it. I've been doing this work for a long time, and I've discovered the ways that work for me, and I'm still out there. Like I said, I'm doing iboga, but I tend to like to go to the extreme, intense, like what's the most deepest, craziest shit that I can do, right? And when I was younger, let's go defuse bombs for a living, right? Why not? Like YOLO, that's like less than 0.01% of the military diffuses bombs in the military, right? Hey, hold on. I'm not saying I'm a master. I'm saying that I'm particular, and things that resonate with me, they resonate, and things that don't, they don't. But I know some people like Sylvia, she's an absolutely amazing muscle tester. That's her way that she works. So, you know, that's But you know, like these medicines, they work for me. I feel like I thought Iboga, and I was actually afraid of it for a long time. I was going to do it about a year ago, but I decided not to because I got a call from my muscle tester friend, and the day before I was going to do it, actually, he called me up. He's like, "Bro, I just had a dream about you. I was freaked out, and I got to tell you about it." He's like, "I saw like some substance going in you and like ripping your soul apart," and I was like. And I named like 15 things that it could have been. And then I said Iboga. And he was like, whoop, yep, that's it. Nope, don't do it. And I got freaked out. But you know, I feel called to it now. I feel like I'm ready for it, I guess you could say. And I feel good about the people that have come in to my life that are actually you know, supporting me in it. So divine timing, absolutely. So I'm very, I mean, I always get nervous, you know, when I'm going to do something big like this, but you know, I'll let you guys know how it goes. I'm sure you'll be able to see the difference because this is the most powerful medicine, as far as I know, in existence. Right. Yeah, I've done Aya, I've done Bufo many times. I've done combo many times, and they've all helped me tremendously. But I feel like, you know, maybe you know, I have the sun conjunct Mars. I just gotta go fucking all the way in YOLO, right? And that's how that's how I do it. So Uranus is encouraging all of us to step into that next chapter, that next level, whatever that is for you, whatever you're afraid of, right? Whatever it is that is preventing you from living your most passionate, best life. What is holding you back? The people, the belief systems, the places, the things, right? Step into it. I encourage you, highly encourage you. Step into that. All right. Surround yourself with people that hold you accountable. Step into your determination to not back down because we're going to need it. All right. Coming next year, shit's going to get real. We're going to have our shit together, and we're going to have like take responsibility for our lives in every way. Right. We're going to make friends that know how to, you know, plant seeds and cook food, and have to learn how to do compost. Because I'll tell you what, man, shit's going to start to get fucking crazy. I'm not trying to scare anybody or doing any kind of like conspiracy theorist shit. I believe this is fact, and I believe that it's coming, and I believe that we need to make sure that we are prepared. You can see it everywhere. It's in the astrology. We can see it in the political world. We can see it everywhere. It's here. And there are those that are going to be ready, that understand the energy, that know what's going on, that are going to go in this direction, and they're going to be the other ones that drink the Kool-Aid and go in the opposite direction. And I personally am dedicated to not being that person who's going to drink the Kool-Aid and just be a mindless drone. I mean, I've heard stories and I've seen people that have gotten this jab that, like, I have a friend that does energy work. She told me that she was doing energy work on someone that just got their second dose, right? And they couldn't connect to their energy body. Their energy body was like, it was like melancholy and just completely disconnected, not able to, it's like the energy body from the physical body and the emotional body was completely disconnected. It's like their soul was disconnected from, like their higher self was disconnected from their body. So sad, right? Breathing techniques, very powerful, very powerful. I've had some like SCRs from some breathing techniques, and my next, and also with the Iboga too, ice baths. You guys saw, I'm sure you guys saw that video with me jumping in the ice bath, getting super triggered and jumping the fuck out, right? I will master that too. I will step into that eventually. Can affect those around people who have received it, even if they haven't got it. Yes, exactly. The shedding process, and that's well documented, known for other jabs too. But this one is more insidious. It's scary. That's also why I'm so all about doing this work with these medicines, because they are protective. They protect your soul. They protect your spirit. And we need to have this protection. This is why I work with them and help people, because we need it now more than ever. Now, who knows? Like, we don't know what this technology is in those things, right? So we also don't know, like, these ancient medicines, how they're going to interact with these, because they modify the DNA. And because they modify the DNA, and these plant medicines work with our DNA to align everything to the DNA, who knows how it's going to happen. But that's why I love microscopy, because I can do a before and after and look at the cells and how the cells function, right? Yes, you know, calling upon the light is very important, but this stuff requires a multifaceted approach. Just praying isn't going to cut it. We need the energetic support. We need the emotional support, and we need the physiological and physical support. It has to come from all three different areas. That's why, like, I personally don't really ever feel anything from Reiki. That's just me. But I need, like, if someone's doing Reiki and like digging into my muscles, I can feel the energy going into my body, but there has to be a physical and energetic signature at the same time, right? They're saying no mass, yeah. Well, there's a lot of things going behind the scenes. There's spiritual warfare going on here at so many levels. You know what? We just have to make sure that we are prepared. We have to make sure that we are staying, focused on our own mission and staying in that climb and connecting and doing the work with people that, we know are also doing the work, and keep that soul tribe together, baby. It's all about the soul tribe. And that's why, if you haven't joined the opportunity community yet, please do go to spiritualbodybuilder.com and sign up. And also, if you're part of the opportunity community, you get 30% off all my other services. All right. Let's keep building it. Let's make it happen. Starfish, you better be a part of my community. All right. All right. So, a lot of Kundalini activation this week. You could be feeling super horny, really, really horny. You could be just wanting to just get down and get freaky. You could be wanting to, or you could be wanting to just say, fuck this, I'm never having sex again. Right? This energy is going to bring up and erupt whatever is sitting under the surface that needs to be addressed and looked at. All right. So expect the unexpected, be ready, but be ready for a breakthrough. That's the big thing here. Breakthroughs, genius ideas. But if you get the genius idea, write it down, but pull the reins back on the impulse. Don't of course, if you want to go have fun, if you and your partner want to go have like a threesome or something, then, go have fun and do it up. But make sure that, okay, if we're going to do this, this is the criteria. This is what, the do's and don'ts. This is our safe word, whatever, right? Your neighbor's looking pretty fine. Nice. So, and all these things about the whole, like, women's periods being off and everything. This is why, like, you guys, you ladies, you need to, connect with each other and talk and, like, support each other is so important, right? The leaders of this thing are in high level spiritual warfare. Oh yeah. Yeah. Super, super deep. Right. Let's see. So yes, Starfish, I saw that. Actually, did you send that to me? I think you did. I don't know. But, as long as we stay focused on taking care of ourselves and being healthy as humanly possible. And look, we need to hold each other accountable with that stuff. Like, right. You just broke up with your boyfriend and your Venus is in Taurus. Well, why is that a bad thing? Why'd you put a little cry symbol there? Right. That's probably a good thing. That probably means that you're having a Venus return, and that it does mean you're having a Venus return. That means that you were probably sacrificing your boundaries. You were letting them walk all over you. There is some kind of violation of lower vibration energies, and you have to, heal from that. And, you have to move through it. And as you work through your own stuff, then you're going to invite in a higher vibrational partner. So just, keep doing the work. Just keep loving on yourself. Keep doing the work. There's going to be a lot of breakups, breakdowns, breakthroughs, break and put together. There's going to be all these different things of all these different shapes and sizes. Allow it to unfold. This is the Kundalini activation to bring us to another level. And it's going to be fucking powerful. This is going to be really where we're feeling the true effect of the Saturn-Uranus square. This is where we're going to be really, really building it up and breaking through to the other side. Break on through to the other side, right? Yes, self-love is number one. So if you're wondering, in a relationship, say like you're in a relationship, but you're not super, super, happy. If anything, communicating through self-love, right? Communicating through self-love and having the courage. Sometimes it's scary to do that. Sometimes it's like, ooh, like for me, I know I've had a lot of shame coming up, right? I don't share penis. What the fuck? Okay. I don't share penis. Oh, I mean, I guess I kind of do. But yeah, because I'm horny and that's what you were talking about. And damn, you are dead on what you're saying. It wasn't easy. Well, you're welcome, Amber Lee. You got this. And just, process that horniness and, go work out, go, like get your diet, your exercise regimen down, like channel that energy into something productive and then save that horniness for someone that, that is going to respect your boundaries and take care of you and respect you. Right. Kundalini is most definitely real right now. I love where these conversations go. You guys are fucking awesome. All right. I knew I needed to get more THC this week. Okay, you go get it. I would say channel excess chakras energies through your other chakras. Well, it's not like you can, like other chakras will just borrow the energies, but usually if there's too much or too little energy in one place, it means that we're emotionally stuck or staying in that place because we haven't faced something within ourselves. I know. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I know that I have had a lot of shame and guilt stuff come up, but this weekend when I had my my weekend with my daughter and it finally went well, first time since she's been born, that we all got along and everything was great and it was just absolutely amazing. And it lifted this heaviness in my heart that I can't even put in words. And it helped me really realize a lot of things about like these fears that, I have: fear of commitment, fear of exposure, fear of not being good enough, fear of intimacy, maybe, so, because of course, our relationship with our children is the deepest representation, in my opinion, of our relationship with others, especially like intimate relationships, right? You ever say like, like people, until they face their own abandonment issues, they're basically dating a version of their mother or their father, right? Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So this is the kind of breakthrough stuff that can happen with this energy. All right. And then the grand finale. All right. The highlight is, of course, going to be next week when the sun conjuncts Uranus. Now, the conjunction is neutral. It's not good or bad. I feel that this is where opportunities. Thank you, Cole. I appreciate that. Opportunities are going to be coming in out of fucking nowhere. Here's the thing. In order to be able to see them, in order to be able to actually see them as an opportunity, it might come in looking like a obstacle or looking like a challenge or looking like a trigger, when it's actually an opportunity that's going to change your life in bigger ways than you could ever imagine. But it might seem little or minuscule or a part of it that you're not paying attention to, or it's going to be completely unexpected. And this is why we need to be in the present moment for when this happens, because when it does happen, we're not going to think that it's happening. But then in retrospect, you're going to see, wow, this is how it all lined up, right? A lot of unexpected opportunities are going to be coming in this week and next week up until the Scorpio full moon. And it's going to require a deeper level of commitment to ourselves. It's going to require more responsibility to step into our power, more exposure to the world. That is more fear that we're going to have to process. We have to shed these shame and guilt and fear dynamics and insecurities within ourselves, because the world needs us, guys. And I definitely feel this coming through big time for me. And I hope that you guys feel it coming through too. Super exciting. So Instagram is saying that I have 1 minute and 13 seconds, now 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining. So I'm going to wrap this up. But what a great live. Thank you guys for interacting and showing up. And if you would like a reading from me, please go to spiritualbodybuilder.com, join the opportunity community, and get 30% off of all my services. A lot of exciting things coming up, and I'd like to help y'all with whatever you're going through. Let me know if you live in Vegas. I have many other services that I do with. If you want to talk about doing combo or bufo or any of these other things, I got you. Have an exciting week. Allow things to unfold and believe in miracles, because miracles are possible this week. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all very much, and I'll see you on the next live.